All right, everybody, it's Kenneth Ramon and
Brett Hyatt.
from the Black Heartstrings. Sasha's our camera person today.
And we got a special guest. We got Michale Graves with us right
The
now.
man, the myth, the legend right here, Michale Graves.
Busted right into it. This is awesome. Michale Graves, your favorite Misfit?
Yes, our favorite Misfit. That's right.
No, funny story. People always tell me Danzig is better. I always said, no, Michael.
We're different.
You wrote some really good songs.
The answer is we're different.
I just love American Psycho. That's like my favorite album.
So, okay, I did have a question. Saturday Night's always been one of my favorite songs growing up.
Yeah.
And mostly a lot because of the lyrics. And I always wondered, like, where you got the inspiration for that song. Was it, like, from a movie or was that, like, a personal experience? Did you kill 27 people?
No. The inspiration to write a song like that came from a guy by the name of Arturo Vega. Arturo Vega's connected to the Ramones, right?
Yeah.
So Arturo said to me, you gotta write a beautiful song for the upcoming record. When you go home, I want you to write a beautiful song. And I said, Arturo, I'll do it. So I was thinking about a song. I had written a whole bunch of stuff, and I got to the point, I'm like, all right, I gotta write this song. And I wanted to write something like Earth Angel, you know what I mean? Like something like Comeback that was kind of slow, and I wanted it to be 50s, right? Everything is so 50s. So I immediately thought about drive-in. Then my brain went to Grease and the scene where he's at the drive-in with Sandy and he gets kicked out of the car. Stranded at the drive-in, what would they say? And then he goes into that whole thing. Loving. And it's just this really great part in the movie. So I said, I want to think, I got to write a song like that, and that's where the drive-in came into the song.
Cool.
So the idea for Crying on Saturday Night was birthed out of the drive-in, right? So I'm writing more about like, all right, how do I feel and what are the words? It's about how I was feeling. That song appeals to people because you know what it's like to have your heart broken. You know what that feels like. Everybody knows what that feels like, and no matter what you believe or who you are or where you come from, that feeling is the same. So all you have to do is cast that spell. So there's 52 ways to murder anybody. There's so many things that you can do to break someone's heart, which kills their soul, which essentially is murder. It's not physical murder like I killed someone, right? So then you have the reference to, I'll be over after I fill them all in. And there's the sense of he's telling his story. Maybe it's to the cops, The cops won't listen to me all night. At some point they're going to get fed up with me or whatever. As soon as I fill them all in, you have this, you're saying something. There's some sort of confession, right?
I love it, man.
So the chorus is, so where does Crying on Saturday Night comes from? So now you've established that there's some sort of brokenness and there's 52 ways to murder anyone. Now you're thinking, all right, death, something's gone, right? And that conjures up all sorts of stuff. I was just thinking about you. There was something that I forgot to say. Again, everybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
And when that leads, there's something I forgot to say that's heavy. I was crying on Saturday night, right? And then what's the next part?
I was out thinking about you.
They were playing our song.
They were playing our song.
Okay, so there it is. So they were just playing our song. It's supposed to be period or comma. Crying on Saturday night. So you have the character driving and he hears the song and he's remembering all of this. So that's what I wanted to kind of put out. But really the main thing behind that song, just like Dig Up Her Bones, like people ask me, like, what Dig Up Her Bones about? The lyrics are non-fucking-sensical. Like, the lyrics don't, it's the feeling behind it. My broken heart. I feel lost. I'm 20-something years old and I don't even know. So that's what that song is about. It's about loss and love.
And that song, like, after I lost my mother, I definitely, like, related to it.
See, that has nothing to do with murder, hopefully.
No.
But one of the magical things about that song as well is how it appears on Famous Monsters. When I walked into the studio, that was the first song that we recorded. Days before, I had all my bags packed. We're going to go do this record. I'm so excited again. I've written so many wonderful songs, and I had this dog, my beloved dog, that was everything in the world to me. And she was going to live with me at the studio when we made this record. And she died. She died a couple of days before I was supposed to go to the studio. And it killed her. It was broke. I was already broken anyway, but you know, from losing my friend a couple years. So I was just a mess. So when I walked in, the producer and probably Jerry saw that I was a emotional mess. My heart was broken. They said, the first song we're gonna record is Crying on Saturday Night, which is one of the most difficult songs for me to sing as well. And I was like, why the fuck are we gonna lead? You're gonna put me in, you know, Crying on Saturday Night. And they never told me why. I had to figure it out myself.
You had all those emotions, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was in the booth. I was crying in between takes, and that's exactly what they wanted. They're like, lock him in the booth. He's all in his head. He's so sad. Hit record.
We can hear it.
Hit record. That's why when you hear that song, you're like, oh my God, like this drips with sadness. Like what?
I never thought about
because
that.
of that.
Yeah, you can feel it in your soul when you hear it. That's what's amazing about it.
I was so sad, dude. My dog died. Like they had the microphone set up, and I had her. I was so, you know, I hung her collar up in the booth. And I like, my dog. I love my dog.
Yeah, I never did
wild.
that.
That's it.
So cool.
You gotta hear our song Crossroads. It's one he wrote about his mom.
Yeah,
it's
after-
deep like that.
Yeah, definitely after like going through that, it's like that's all I can do is write, you know, and then get that out.
It's always the best work though. It's like one of our best songs at. It's the
Yeah,
first
as a
song we made.
musician, you have to be that sorcerer to be able to. I mean, words obviously are very, very important, but that's why I keep saying it's like a magic spell, because with the music and with the words, you're using this vehicle to encapsulate this, you know, these feelings, these emotions, and then, you know, just by hearing the words and not even knowing necessarily what it's about.
Right.
There were kids that weren't even born when I wrote Dig Up Her Bones, but they hear it now and they're like, right?
Only 17, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Right?
Sasha, what, you're 15?
16.
16 now.
I wrote Dig Up Her Bones when I was 16.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Wow, man. Thanks
Wild.
for giving us that
it's
great
a magic trick.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song to play on stage? Like live?
The last one.
The last one, yeah. I'm done.
That's
man.
a Doyle answer. That's what Doyle would say if you asked him.
The last one.
The last one.
All right. Well, this band's about to do a sound check.